Hi everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to do another DM and DF energy update, and we're going to ask how do they feel about you? We're going to ask the Divine Masculine how they feel about the Divine Feminine. We're going to ask the Divine Feminine how do they feel about the Divine Masculine. We are going to use the Island Time Wellness decks. We're going to use this one for the Divine Masculine. We're going to use this one for the Divine Feminine, and then we'll use other decks to clarify. And also, I do want to say that I am offering 10-minute free readings for all my new subscribers. So go ahead and email me at marybethtwinflame@yahoo.com and let me know that you've subscribed. And just make it one open-ended question. If it's closed-ended, then it ends up being a yes or no, and it's hard to elaborate on those closed-ended questions. So just please make it an open-ended question, and I will email that to you. I'll do an online reading, and I'll email that to you within 3 to 5 business days or sooner, depending on when you send it to me. But here is my email, marybethtwinflame@yahoo.com. Also, if you want to stay to the end, I do now do some sort of energy work to help unblock you and your twin flame from being connected, from being in union. So I will be doing that at the end if you're interested. Okay, so I'm going to start now. I will start with the Divine Masculine this time. Please feel free to switch roles as we are all the Divine Masculine and we're all the Divine Feminine, and we're all trying to balance out our own Divine Masculine energies and our own Divine Feminine energies, and all our twin flame can do is just show us where we're out of balance, right? So that's the whole point of the whole twin flame journey. All right, so let's see how for the collective spirit, how does the Divine Masculine feel about the Divine Feminine at this time? How does Divine Masculine feel about the Divine Feminine for the collective? For the collective, how does the Divine Masculine feel about the Divine Feminine? One card for the Divine Masculine. Oh, interesting, because we got this card yesterday, and it is reversed. It's hilarious. So it's like they're trying to tell themselves that the relationship's over. That's all. That's what the Divine Masculine is doing. They just keep telling you, they keep saying, you know what, it's over. The relationship's over. But it's like even they don't believe it. But they're trying to convince themselves, right? And so they are trying to let their Divine Feminine know how they feel, is that, you know what, there's no second chances, the relationship is over, and now I'm off to transform my life, which is beautiful, by the way, that's what you want. And if you are the Divine Masculine, that is good. But it's reversed, so I don't think they believe that the relationship's over. Well, at least the soul won't let them. Their conscious mind may say it's going to happen, but their soul's like, we'll see. Okay, and how does the Divine Feminine feel about the Divine Masculine? How does the Divine Feminine feel about the Divine Masculine spirit? How does the Divine Feminine feel about... So, interesting. So it's like they're it's like they have this cassette playing in their brains where they just keep overthinking and thinking and thinking, and they just keep playing over. The Divine Feminine keeps playing over and over and over in their heads the events that have happened with their Divine Masculine. And so I think they feel like that they just cannot stop getting out of this outdated thinking. That they just feel like, oh my gosh, like how do I get out of my head about what has happened? Like how do I get out of this? Where I'm stuck, right? Okay, so let's ask the question again to the Divine Masculine. How is the Divine Masculine feeling about the Divine Feminine? How does the Divine Masculine feel about the Divine Feminine spirit? This is for the collective. For the collective. For my viewers. How does the Divine Masculine feel? Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. I keep getting the same card over and over and over. It's like it's the same card. I mean, it's just like you can't make this stuff up. It's the Grim Reaper reversed over and over. So the soul's like, I told you, and this is how they feel. And it's like their conscious mind is saying that it's over, and that there's no second chances, and that it's done, and they've moved on, and then they've transformed, and they're good. And the soul's like, we'll see. We'll see about that. Okay. And then there's the divine feminine again. How does the divine feminine feel about the divine masculine? And remember to switch roles if it's, of whatever you feel is happening in you. Interesting. And this came out reversed, and it's called the snake. Competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. So that's interesting, but it came out reversed. So it's almost like the divine feminine is trying to see their divine masculine as kind of a snake, but can't quite do it. Trying like very hard to look over and say, yeah, you're being very snaky, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're being kind of, I don't know, like you're not really being loyal to me in a way, but it's reversed. So at the same time, they don't actually believe it. It's and as the divine feminine is growing and the divine feminine is becoming more balanced, the divine feminine is realizing all the divine masculine can do is mirror back to me my own issues, right? That's what's happening, and honestly, in pretty much all relationships, this is happening. I think, maybe not all, but I would say most. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get some more cards. So we'll grab this deck for the divine masculine. What else? How else does divine masculine feel about for the collective? This is for the collective. This is for my viewers, spirit. How does the divine masculine feel about their divine feminine? How does the divine masculine feel about their divine feminine? Oh man, I need to switch decks. I need to switch decks because it's the same as yesterday. They're saying that, the divine feminine needs to go live their life. They want them to. They're like, hey, glam it up. Go for it. Go get married. Go do what you need to do. It's okay. Go. Make an effort. Bring your A game. And really that is what the divine masculine needs, right? The divine masculine needs the divine feminine to bring their A game. And so think about being in any sort of relationship, whether it be a friend or whether it be a lover or whether it be like a coworker or a boss. It's like you want them to bring their A game. Like you don't want to be in a relationship with someone who doesn't bring their A game, who's not at their very best, who isn't already, killing it, right? Who's already feeling like, I'm at my most, highest version of myself, right? It's that's who people want to hang out with. So it's almost like your divine masculine for the divine feminine, because you might see yourself as the divine masculine, whether you're the divine masculine or divine feminine, on either side, really, I mean, you're really pushing the other person to be at the highest level. Am I shaking, by the way? If I am, I'm gonna have to move that. Sorry about that. So you're gonna want to bring your A game and become the highest version of yourself, because that's what this relationship is. It's the highest version of a relationship you can be in. You cannot be in a twin flame relationship if you're not at your highest version of yourself. Okay, so what does that look like to you? You need to figure that out. What is the highest version in every area of your life, not just love? You got to figure out whether that's, health, whether that's career, whether that's finances, whether that's, your social life, everything. what is your highest version of yourself, because that's when you're going to attract the highest relationship you could be in is a twin flame relationship. You cannot be physically in a twin flame relationship if you're not at the highest version of yourself, and that means divine masculine wise and divine feminine wise, on both sides. And I can teach you that. I can teach you what that looks like to be a highest version on your divine masculine and your highest version on your divine feminine. Okay, the divine feminine is very different qualities than a divine masculine. Okay, it's two halves of a whole. So your divine masculine is pushing the divine feminine to do this, to really ramp it up, to, figure out what that looks like for you. Because even though they're saying, well, I feel like this relationship's over, right now the divine masculine doesn't have a choice, because the divine feminine is not at that highest version. The divine feminine needs to be at that highest version for it to even be a match, right? And I get this personally. In my own experience, my divine masculine was more balanced than my divine feminine, just to be honest. If you look at the qualities of the divine feminine, if you look at the qualities of the divine masculine, my divine masculine qualities balanced out way faster than my divine feminine. So my divine feminine needed a little work. Needed a little work is all I'm saying. But I'm working on that. Okay, so let's look at the divine masculine, divine feminine, I mean. And how does the divine feminine feel about their divine masculine? And how does the divine feminine feel about their divine masculine? For the collective, for my viewers, please. This is for my viewers. Okay, it's reversed. Who's walking who? Control, power, issues, resistance, unenthusiastic, being led on a, getting pulled over. It's almost like you're tired of it. It's reversed though, so it's almost like right? So you feel like you're being controlled, like you feel like you're being pulled, but you kind of know it's not. You kind of know it's the soul that's really doing. It's not really your twin flame. So it's like, but you feel this way, and I know it's the subconscious, right? The subconscious mind, right? That gives you all these negative thoughts as the divine feminine. So the negative thoughts of the subconscious mind keeps telling you, oh, yeah, you know what? This person is making me crazy. This person is controlling me. They're leading me on. It's overwhelming. I can't take it anymore, right? When really, I would say, maybe even consciously, it's definitely in your superconscious. You definitely know, I don't know, is it really the other person? Or is just my inner child patterns or my past life patterns that keep telling me that, oh, that this is how it is. You have to retrain your mind, right? Otherwise you can't control your thinking, and your thinking is going to go overboard with these negative thoughts. And sometimes you have to sit there and you hear the thinking, you have to kind of fight it and say, well, that's not a thing, or go figure it out then. Solve it. Solve the problem. Don't complain, right? It's almost like a monkey brain, right? So what this is saying is, the subconscious mind and the divine feminine is feeling like I'm being controlled by, like this person's walking me, this person's controlling me, but it's reverse, because consciously they kind of know, not really. I'm allowing it to happen. Like I'm the one that's being pulled, and I know what to do, or maybe I don't know what to do, and I just need to figure out. Like I need to figure, like there's always a loophole, right? There's always a way to figure it out. There's an answer. And that's what I did. Because that's how I felt. So I had to figure it out. And so that's the beauty of it, and that does expand you, and that's what makes you a higher version of yourself. So that is how the divine feminine feels. Okay, so let's get some guidance. I may have to use new cards tomorrow when I ask the next, because the next one I'm going to ask is what's stop. Well, actually, maybe I can use the same cards. I'm going to ask what's stopping the divine masculine and what's stopping the divine feminine, but I may need to use different cards. Okay, we'll see. Anyway, so what is the guidance? What is the guidance? So what is the guidance? We'll start with the divine feminine. What is the guidance for the divine feminine spirit? One card. What is the guidance for the divine feminine? One card. For my viewers. Oh my gosh, I got any new cards. The Divine Feminine How to Manifest. We came up with this yesterday. It's hilarious. They're just saying, yeah, you need a new deck. So again, the Divine Feminine. It's the subconscious mind is which Divine Feminine is subconscious mind. That's what's hilarious about this. The Divine Masculine represents the conscious mind and the Divine Feminine represents the subconscious mind. So the Divine Feminine is doing what it's supposed to be doing, right? The Divine Feminine part of you that's being reflected back to you is a subconscious mind, but now it needs to be healed, and the subconscious mind needs to be reprogrammed and to manifest what is good and what is going to make you the highest version. What better way to make a higher version of yourself is a twin flame pushing you, right? Because the soul is not going to let you forget, right? No matter how much you try to forget or focus on something else and pretend it's not happening, they will do whatever they can to make you remember. So for instance, if you have a twin flame who is Italian or from Italy, everywhere you go you're going to see something Italian. Any show you watch, any food you eat, any conversation someone has, it's going to be something Italian. Someone will start speaking Italian to you because that's just the way it works, because the soul doesn't want you to forget. The soul doesn't want you to not focus. The soul wants you to heal. So manifest is your guidance, and it's having inspired action, right? So just really aligning, whatever that means to you, just aligning with I am this. The way I did it was I kept saying I'm in love with Mary Beth. I'm in love with Mary Beth. I had to learn to emotionally connect to myself. That was a first step for me. What's your first step? Okay, so what is the guidance for your divine masculine, or for you as the divine masculine? What is the guidance for the divine masculine spirit for my viewers? For my viewers, spirit, what is the guidance? What is the guidance, spirit? Okay, allowing. Interesting. So for the divine masculine, it is allowing, relax, enjoy yourself, have faith, allow situations to unfold, answers come, highest outcome. I love it. So it's almost like the divine masculine has already manifested. The divine masculine has already done so much work, and now you just have to allow it. Just let it come. Let it come to you. Just let it. Now it's time to receive, right? Allow it to come. So you've already manifested on the divine masculine side, which makes sense. A lot of times, and I can only speak for myself, but the divine masculine, it might be easier to balance out. Although, don't get me wrong, I have shadows on my divine masculine side as well, and really other people, relationships that you're in, they just mirror back to you those imbalances, right? So I used to say this all the time on my twin flame channel, is that your twin flame has no choice but to mirror back to you your darkest shadows. They just have no choice, because that's what the twin flame does. And even though it's hard, you will thank them after you get through the pain of it, and you get to the other side where you feel pretty healed and you feel pretty good, and you feel like, oh, look how far I've come. Okay, and now we'll see what. And then again, I am going to do some energy work afterwards if you'd like to stay, if you're interested. I am going to do some energy work to help unblock the divine masculine, divine feminine. So you may want to stay for that, and but that will be after this. So first we're going to ask, what does the divine feminine want the divine masculine to know, spirit, for my viewers? Oh, I might have to split this deck up. It's too much. Too many cards. Okay, one more. Okay, what does the divine feminine want the divine masculine to know, spirit, for my viewers here, for the collective? All right. I keep comparing others to you. So divine feminine to divine masculine, I keep comparing others to you. And that makes sense. The soul will not let you forget until you start healing. It's really is the secret is to heal, is to start, because once you really start balancing out your own divine feminine, your own divine masculine energies, it's incredible how free you feel. And a person doesn't have control over you anymore, right? And this won't happen anymore. But anyway, that's the divine feminine to the divine masculine. Okay, and what does the divine masculine want the divine feminine to know? Spirit, one card, one card. What does the divine masculine, one card, want the divine masculine, want the divine feminine to know? Oh yeah, that was a beautiful shuffle. Beautiful. Okay. It's interesting because it came out reversed. But the divine masculine is saying to the divine feminine, I'm trying to take responsibility for my actions right now. Please know this. Okay. It did come out reversed. So it's interesting. So the divine masculine is working on it. Or maybe it hasn't hit them yet on what exactly that means. So I'm trying to take responsibility for my actions right now. Please know this. So for those of us that are divine masculine, that's going to make us think now. What am I supposed to be taking responsibility for? Well, everything, right? It's like everything. It's like as within, so without. We're supposed to be taking responsibility for everything that happens outside of us. Everything. Our jobs, our relationships, our family, everything's our responsibility. And when we realize that, and then we take our own empowerment back, that's when things start to change, and that's when we start reprogramming the subconscious mind. So it's almost like the divine masculine kind of knows that it's their responsibility and they have to do something. And in a way it's a block, right? So the divine masculine in a way is blocking the connection between the divine masculine and divine feminine, because they're not yet taking responsibility for all of their actions. And this doesn't have to do with just the twin flame. This has to do with life in general. It's like we're too busy blaming others for stuff. And the soul is all, it's so within as without. Or as within, so without. However you want to say it. Okay, well, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, please subscribe, please share. Let me know, comment. Okay, I'm going to now do some energy work for everyone to unblock. So energetically, there is something blocking twin flames from being in physical union. So what I started doing is I realized I have this gift where I can help people. I've been doing it for a while. And I could just do it energetically. I don't have to be physically with anyone to do it. All I need is your soul's permission. So if you have to physically say, my soul gives you permission. If you don't, then my soul will block it. My soul will not be able to help you. So basically, I am just going to help you all, whoever, whatever permission I have to unblock energetically you and your twin flame. So this is for all my viewers, anyone who gives me permission by their souls. Okay, I am going, please, 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 any story or imprint or pattern or inner child wound, past life wound, ancestral wound, any other kind of wound, any other conscious or unconscious reason that is blocking my viewers from their twin flame in any sort of way, on any sort of timeline, please, please, please delete, 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 de-story, uncreate, vaporize across all timelines, all vibrations, all dimensions, across all time and space, past, present, and future. Thanks be to God, and so it is. Okay, and please do that in layers. Watch this every day if you'd like, and you'll feel. People actually sometimes they'll start feeling. If you want to stand, you might even feel your body move forward when I do this. I know it works for me and people I've done this for. Your body might feel something come up. through your governing meridian, releasing, because I could do it this way too, but releasing any trapped emotions or any kind of past life or inner child wounds. Okay. Well, anyway, again, if you would like a 10-minute free reading, if you subscribe, let me know. Just go ahead and email me at marybethtwinflame@yahoo.com. Thank you so much for watching. And tomorrow, if you want to join me, we are going to ask what is stopping you from moving forward towards your twin flame. So that will be our question tomorrow. Bye, everyone.